I don't know if he comes back. Would you advise him to move out of City? Alexander Zinchenko. You think that these teams have space for him because City have a way of forgetting you if you go out. Take for instance, Mendy got injured and some other people came to replace him. He came back from his injury instead of him to find his team. He went to go and get into rape issues.
Yeah.
Now the club does not. It doesn't even feel like he ever played for this club. That's how this team is. Like, would you advise if Zinchenko was your player, like his agent, would you advise him to stick it in or say, you know, guy, move out, go look for somewhere where you can play regular football? Because I think that Zinchenko is a very fantastic player.
Yes.
He could play in the midfield, he could play wide at the back, he could play anywhere. But then again, the Pep Guardiola system has a way of accommodating just about everybody. Because people like Walker will struggle in a lot of other teams. But because this team is possession based, they keep the ball, they move the ball, it's easy, enjoyment football.
Yes.
Like it's possible fit. Okay, it's enjoyment. It's not too rigid. It's not too, I don't know how to put it, but it's not dogmatic, right? There is flexibility in terms of transition, in terms of movement, in terms of adaptation of play and all that. So you look at the team and you say to yourself, should they move or they should stay? Because when I'm hearing Ryan Stanley saying he wants to move because it's not getting regular time, one of the questions I always ask is, when you were playing regularly, somebody was sitting on the bench. So
definitely.
Would you advise Zinchenko to move?
Okay, before I come to that, like when you made mention of the example of Kai Walker and the system, I will give a clear example of Aaron Wan-Bissaka when he was at Crystal Palace. Fantastic, because for, let's say, for the 90 minutes of the game, the Crystal Palace always defend, let's say, for the 70 minutes. So, and it's one of the best one-on-one defender. So, as at that time, everybody just see the defensive capability of the man. And then when it got to Manchester United, at least Manchester United, we have
needed to go forward.
There's a possession of, let's say, 60%. Everybody are not saying that it's not that good. It's not that you get. They bought this guy. They bought this guy for because we all saw the defensive capability. So in this system of Pep Guardiola, I think he loves Zinchenko if that guy is fit, and that guy is amazing. He's amazingly good. If, for example, now Manchester City wants to play a team that is also a possession-based side, Zinchenko always come in because
he will disrupt play as a defender and then goes into the midfield.
And as a midfielder, then they will overload the midfield. That's where Manchester City will definitely win the possession. So sometimes these moves that agents want to advise their players to move, it's not always green at the end. At the other side, let's check Lorisani. He was playing at a time, then he got injured, then he said he wants to move. He's not doing anything at Bayern now. And same thing that Sterling wants to do. The thing is that I believe our Sterling time is almost over. There's nothing he could offer again. So the best thing he could do is he could just move.
Don't bank on Sterling. Don't bank on Sterling.
But as for Zinchenko,
that's not.
If he is fit, that guy is a very, very good player. And I believe that whenever he's fit, Pep will definitely give him the chance. And all is now left for him is to seize the shirt because competition is very, very good for the progress of the team.
All right. Yeah, before I get accused of not reading the messages that they sent in on Instagram, I think I need to go back a bit and bite on that message that came from Idali. Idali said Salah is making statements on the pitch. The only one that can give Osimhen a run for his talent. I think Africa Footballer of the Year belongs to Salah.
Yes.
Unless Osimhen goes on. No,
it's kind of negotiated.
It's not negotiable. It's not negotiable. I mean, I know I'm a Nigerian. I know
Osimhen
that.
Is 23?
Yes, I know I need to support Osimhen and all that. But hey, let's take this call. Hello, good morning. Yeah, good morning to you.
Harry Johnson from
So Harry Johnson, talk to us.
Well done, and my brother, I agree to you.
I agree to you.
Well done. Meanwhile, first of all, let me just thank Bro first for that betting code yesterday. After the lesson he taught us, PPT too, I get applied to two different places. I just removed that in AC Milan game. Because I did not trust that.
Like better.
You're welcome. Oh Lord, we lost that caller. I'm sorry, but I mean, I'm happy you won. That's the most important thing. It was the whole prediction that I gave. It was just like Milan game that didn't go as planned. But I mean, it was nice. It was a nice one. Okay, so
And it seems that AC Milan are doing the Inter Milan version in the Champions League this season.
yeah, the switch cap. Well, let's take some stories that is going around in the beautiful world of sports, so that we don't get accused of not bringing the stories that we promised. But then, let me ask you this, Peter. Do you think that something is wrong with Italian football? Juventus falling by the wayside, AC Milan, Inter Milan, even Atlanta are not really lighting up again. Can we get back to the glory days of where Italian football used to dominate alongside the Spanish league?
Yes. It will take time because from when I started having the experience of watching games, we've seen that it got to a point the English side were dominating.
Yeah.
2000. Then we now went back to the Spanish side, then the German side, then back to the Spanish side. I mean, in European competition, now the English side. So I just believe that is a phase. Is a phase that every league will definitely pass. And as you can see, most of those are great players in the how would I say it, the Italian league. They have all retired, and we are having newcomers, the likes of Barella, Zinolo, and the rest. So I just believe that it will just take time.
You don't offend somebody. Sir Smiley say, "What do you mean Leroy Sané is not doing anything at Bayern? What do you mean? What do you mean? Have you watched their their recent matches? Leroy Sané has been scoring and assisting and really running the wings, but he's not really doing. See what Peter means is compare the number of games that he played at Man City to the games he's played. I mean, wearing the number 10 jersey to the games he's played at Bayern. Come on, now. He's not getting the reason why he left City. He's still sitting on the bench in some games. Yes, he's been playing recently, but he still sat on the bench. He still gets to sit down. Official I was receiving or Bros, just joining. Thank you very much. Now let me run you through because I know that some people are still waiting for that quiz to win the 10 gig of data. Chelsea are willing to make England midfielder Mason Mount one of the top earners as the club prepared to open contract talks with the 22-year-old player. Spain forward Ansu Fati 18 is close to signing a new long-term contract with FC Barcelona, which would include the same €1 billion release clause as club and international teammate Pedri 18. Atletico Madrid and England right back Trippier 31, who was heavily linked with a move to Manchester United in the summer, has said he would love to play in the Premier League again. Okay, that's what your people say. Ilemi, home is calling in. Yeah, yes, United boss Ole Gunnar Solskjaer will look to clear out at least 5 players from his squad when the transfer window opens in January. And I'm going to come back to you on Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Why did you keep Jesse Lingard when you know that you're not going to use him regularly? You're not sure of keeping him there, and now in January they're already thinking of selling him. But let me finish the stories here. Liverpool, Borussia Dortmund, RB Leipzig would have to pay between 30 and 40 million euros to sign RB Leipzig and Germany striker Karim Adeyemi, who is 19 years old. He is now the talk of the town. Newcastle United's new owner have yet to make contact with manager Steve Bruce after the Magpies' own defeat. What is happening with this club? This is what we call definite silent treatment. Like you are on your own. We buy the club, but we'll not buy you join. Oh God, they're maybe like all these Nigerian clubs anyway. Since their own defeat to Tottenham Hotspur on Sunday, so we came to this place and you embarrass us.
Yeah.
You embarrass us. Okay. The list of candidates to replace Bruce at Newcastle United has narrowed to Eddie Howe, Paulo Fonseca, and Lucien Favre, who each held initial talk with the club last week. I'm going to come to you on this one, and you tell me who you think is good enough. I don't think that the club is moving in the right direction anyway, where they're not really an attractive proposition. Let them survive relegation first, and then they start attracting the right name. Netherlands defender Matthias de Ligt, 22, is unhappy with his role at Juventus, leading his agent Mino Raiola to hold talks with Barcelona about a possible move. This Mino Raiola, they manage ELEGBETE players. All these players are big name players, high-end players, powerful players. Roma are interested in Aston Villa forward Our El Ghazi and the Midland Club will let the 26-year-old Netherlands international leave for £18 million. That's more money. Leicester City manager Brendan Rodgers has praised 24-year-old midfielder Yoram Tielemans as the Foxes look to extend the Belgian international's contract, which runs at the end of next season. FC Dallas and United States striker Ricardo Papi has alerted top European clubs, including Liverpool and Bayern Munich, by handing in a transfer request. Okay, but the 18-year-old has already agreed personal terms with Wolfsburg. So what are we saying here? Aston Villa would need to move quickly to sign River Plate Julian Alvarez. As Serie A side AC Milan are also interested in the 21-year-old Argentine forward, and they will choose Italy over England very, very fast because the weather in England is not always favorable. And South American people like where they can party, and Italy knows how to throw it down. They know how to book it down. Yeah, don't forget that Milan is the fashion capital of the world. Okay, the other side attraction. Newcastle United and Leeds United will miss as the 26-year-old has chosen to sign for Rangers instead. West Ham United are keeping tabs on Barcelona goalkeeper Neto, 22, who is free to leave the Nou Camp in January. Loan deal as long as the club who signed him agreed to pay the Brazilian in the summer. Manchester United, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer says the club need to decide before Christmas whether to keep Ivory Coast international Amad Diallo, 19, at the club or send him out on loan in January. Now let me come back to you. The list of candidates to replace Steve Bruce at Newcastle United has narrowed down to Eddie Howe, Bournemouth, right? Paulo Fonseca and Lucien Favre. Your opinion, Peter? Are this the kind of coaches that Newcastle with £430 billion in their watches? And this is the kind of coaches they should be looking at. We'll be hearing Xavi, we'll be hearing they're even trying to push Pep Guardiola, we'll be hearing those kind of names. Jesus Christ. And this is the kind of people that they should be going for. And our lovely hero K, Linda is here, and she said very unpredictable weather. Yes, England, that's what I don't like about England. Like, if you ever tell me to go to England, two things I don't like about England. And first off, England is the headquarters of stingy people. Linda is different. Linda is like, she's a Nigerian girl, so she doesn't have that kind of, like, in England, that's like stinginess. That's really, to get PhD in stinginess, go to England. Then their houses are very small, matchboxes. I don't understand why they build. If I go to England, every time I go to London, and I'm always thinking, is this an extension, hybrid of Dolphin Estate? London is like hybrid of Dolphin Estate. Like, a lot of people have not noticed that. It's just that they are clean. Dolphin Estate is Dolphin Estate proliferated, like a larger version of Dolphin Estate. And then their weather, Jesus Christ, the English weather is freaking unpredictable. So let's come back to the coaches, the selection of coaches. If you're in England, please correct me if I'm wrong, that your houses are big. Like my flat, my 3-bedroom flat here is like duplex in England. So talk to me, the candidates that they are picking are Favre. Are they the kind of people that a club with such money should be looking at? Before you answer that, Desteros Henry says Sterling will struggle in some teams. Let him just stay and collect salary there in City. Talk to me, boss.
Okay. In this Newcastle side now, there are some factors that is limiting them in the kind of coach they will actually want. First